everyone. Welcome to a lesson on adding and subtracting complex numbers. So we talked about imaginary numbers in the last video, and what complex numbers are effectively a more it's a combined format of a real number plus a number times I. So we're going to see some examples of that in a moment, but just so you understand, this format is normal number plus the imaginary part, okay? And our goal today is to be able to add and subtract with these. So here are some examples of complex numbers: 3 plus 4i and 2 minus I. They're part of the same package here. We cannot combine them. They are not like terms, but we put them right next to each other as complex numbers. And the good news is, when you add, you actually treat this as if you just combine the like terms. So we have 3 plus 4i plus 2 minus I, and we're going to match up the real numbers, this 3 and this 2, with the 4i and the minus I. So if I was going to rearrange this, we'd have 3 plus 2 and then 4i minus I. After that, guys, you just simplify it. 3 plus 2 is 5, and 4i minus I is 3i. So when it comes to adding with complex numbers, you could treat I as if it was any other variable. Although if you watched the previous video, you know it's the square root of -1. In fact, when you subtract, there's not much that changes. There's just going to be one extra step. So let's say we're going to take these two and we're going to subtract them instead of adding them. So you would want to first off write it like this. Don't write -2 minus I, guys. You're subtracting the whole thing, so it has to be in parentheses. That is the importance of the parentheses. Now, what we're going to do to make this easier on ourselves is we're going to remove the parentheses. Now, nothing bad happens to the first one because there's no minus in front of it. But because there's a minus in front of 2 minus I, this negative right here is going to flip everything. So this positive 2 becomes a -2, and this negative I becomes a positive I. But now that it's in this format, guys, and there's no more parentheses, and we just put them next to each other, we can treat it just like we did before. Let's combine everything let's match up everything that's the same. We have a 3 and a -2, and a 4i and a plus I. Then we just have to combine the like terms. 3 minus 2 is 1, and 4i plus I is 5i. So all that happens if we're subtracting everything is you must subtract the second number in parentheses and flip the signs. But notice how I by itself didn't really change anything. I could have just done this with x's and it would be the exact same strategy. We're going to see what happens when we multiply in the next lesson, but for now, guys, go ahead and just practice this, get more familiar with I, and I'll see you in class. You have a good day. Bye.